Today, we delve into the intricacies of the procurement process, a journey guided by a strict set of rules and regulations. These rules are not only established by the company itself but also include some unspoken norms that shape our practices. However, there's one authoritative entity that plays a significant role in procurement here in Ontario, and that's the rule of law. In this province, common law serves as the legal framework governing our procurement procedures. For instance, in the construction industry, adherence to common law is critical when procuring materials and services for a major infrastructure project, such as building a bridge. Failure to follow legal regulations can result in delays, disputes, and cost overruns. Similarly, in the IT industry, when a company seeks to procure software or hardware, it must navigate legal frameworks to ensure compliance with intellectual property rights and licensing agreements. Understanding these rules is essential as we navigate the complex world of procurement and contract management in ITM 220. As we embark on the procurement journey, it's crucial for a project team to be well prepared. To ensure a successful procurement process, the team should meticulously review and consider several key factors. First and foremost, they must assess the performing organization's technical and organizational capabilities, ensuring that the organization possesses the necessary skills and resources to execute the project effectively. Additionally, a keen eye on current marketplace factors is essential to adapt to industry trends, price fluctuations, and emerging technologies. Furthermore, the project scope statement serves as a guiding document, outlining the project's objectives and requirements, which will significantly impact procurement decisions. The Work Breakdown Structure, WBS, breaks down project tasks into manageable components, aiding in procurement planning. Lastly, the Project Implementation Plan provides the roadmap for executing the project, influencing procurement timelines and strategies. To illustrate, consider a construction project. The project team needs to assess the construction company's technical capabilities, account for fluctuations in material prices, align procurement with the project's scope, integrate procurement milestones into the WBS, and ensure that the implementation plan aligns with procurement timelines. This holistic approach ensures that procurement aligns seamlessly with project goals and objectives. Today, we're delving into the critical aspect of procurement strategy. It's essential to recognize that there are two distinct levels of procurement strategy to consider: corporate procurement strategy and project procurement strategy. Corporate procurement strategy refers to the alignment of specific procurement actions with the overarching goals and direction of the organization. For example, in the IT industry, a corporation aiming to become a leader in sustainable technology may adopt a procurement strategy that prioritizes sourcing eco-friendly hardware and software solutions to support its corporate sustainability goals. On the other hand, project procurement strategy involves tailoring procurement actions to fit the unique operating environment of a specific project. For instance, in a construction project involving the development of a state-of-the-art data center, the project procurement strategy may prioritize long-term service contracts for data center maintenance to ensure uninterrupted operations. Understanding and effectively implementing both corporate and project procurement strategies are pivotal for successful procurement and contract management, as they directly influence the achievement of organizational objectives and the smooth execution of individual projects. Now, let's explore the multifaceted purpose of the procurement process and its impact on various stakeholders. First and foremost, to employees within an organization, the procurement process serves as a means to acquire the necessary resources, goods, and services to support their work. It ensures that employees have access to the tools and materials required to fulfill their roles effectively. For shareholders, investors, and the public, procurement holds a broader significance. It directly influences the organization's financial health and reputation. Efficient procurement can lead to cost savings and increased profitability, which is welcomed by shareholders and investors. Moreover, a transparent and ethical procurement process enhances the company's reputation and can attract more investors. On a macroeconomic scale, procurement plays a vital role in the economy. It stimulates economic activity by creating demand for goods and services, which, in turn, drives production and job creation. Effective procurement practices contribute to economic growth and stability. In summary, the procurement process is not just about acquiring goods and services, it's a dynamic force with far-reaching effects. It ensures employees have what they need to work effectively, affects the financial standing and reputation of an organization, and has a substantial impact on the broader economy. In our exploration of procurement, it's essential to distinguish between the private and public sectors, as they operate under different dynamics of scrutiny and accountability. Public procurement, as you may know, is under much more extensive scrutiny compared to the private sector. This heightened scrutiny exists because public organizations answer to the general public, and their decisions directly impact taxpayers. The transparency and accountability of public procurement processes are paramount to ensure fair use of public funds. Conversely, private companies listed on the stock market are under rigorous scrutiny, primarily from their shareholders. These companies are accountable to their shareholders, who expect a return on their investments. Shareholders closely monitor procurement decisions, as they can impact the company's profitability and, subsequently, the value of their shares. For companies owned by partners, accountability lies with those partners. These firms are answerable to their owners, and procurement decisions must align with the partners' objectives and expectations. Understanding these distinctions in scrutiny and accountability is crucial as we delve deeper into the intricacies of procurement in both public and private sectors. As we move forward in our procurement journey, it's important to lay the foundation for effective procurement planning. The first step in this process is recognizing the fundamental trigger, need. It all begins with the recognition that there's a requirement for procuring goods or services. This need can stem from various sources within an organization, whether it's the need for raw materials to manufacture products, IT services to enhance operational efficiency, or any other essential resource. Identifying and clearly defining this need is the critical starting point in the procurement process, as it sets the stage for subsequent strategic decisions and actions. Continuing our journey into procurement planning, the next step after identifying the need is conducting a make/buy analysis. This analysis serves as a pivotal decision-making tool that helps organizations determine whether it's more viable to produce the required goods or services internally, make, or procure them externally, buy. The outcome of this analysis has far-reaching implications for procurement strategy, cost-effectiveness, and resource allocation. For instance, in the IT industry, a company may evaluate whether it's more efficient to develop a software solution in-house or purchase an off-the-shelf solution. By meticulously weighing the pros and cons, organizations can make informed decisions that align with their objectives and resources. In the realm of procurement, understanding when it's better to make or buy is pivotal to informed decision-making. This decision is typically guided by a comprehensive four-stage analysis. Cost analysis. The first stage involves a meticulous examination of the cost factors associated with both making the product or providing the service in-house and procuring it externally. This includes direct and indirect costs, such as labor, materials, overhead, and supplier pricing. Internal factors analysis. Organizations need to evaluate their internal capabilities, including technical expertise, infrastructure, and available resources. This analysis helps determine if the organization has the capacity to meet the required standards and deadlines for the project. External factors analysis. The external factors analysis assesses the market conditions, supplier capabilities, and industry trends. It's essential to consider whether external suppliers can deliver the required quality and quantity within the specified time frame. Get input. Gathering input from various stakeholders, including technical experts, financial analysts, and project managers, is crucial to ensure a well-rounded perspective during the decision-making process. By systematically progressing through these stages, organizations can make informed make or buy decisions that optimize resources, minimize risks, and align with their strategic objectives. In the make or buy analysis, the first critical step is financial analysis. This step is all about weighing the cost benefits of both make and buy options. Here's what this entails. Evaluate cost benefits. The analysis starts by thoroughly assessing the costs associated with both making the product or providing the service in-house and procuring it externally. This includes considering direct costs like labor, materials, equipment, and indirect costs such as overhead expenses. Review estimated quantities. It's essential to have a clear understanding of the estimated quantities of items or services required. Accurate estimates are crucial for making informed decisions. Calculate the break-even point. The break-even point is a pivotal concept in this analysis. It's the quantity at which both make and buy options become equivalent in terms of cost. Identifying this point helps organizations determine the threshold at which it becomes more cost-effective to either produce internally or procure externally. By performing a comprehensive financial analysis, organizations can ascertain the point at which the cost balance tips in favor of one option over the other. This data-driven approach ensures that procurement decisions are financially sound and aligned with organizational objectives. Now, let's delve deeper into the cost analysis aspect of the make or buy decision-making process. An important concept to consider here is the concept of economies of scale. This principle tells us that make tends to be more expensive for low volume but becomes progressively less expensive as volume increases. To illustrate this point, consider a hypothetical scenario. Producing 1 unit of a product costs $300, but as the volume increases, say to 90 units, the cost per unit significantly drops to just $10 each. This cost reduction occurs because higher production volumes spread fixed costs, like setup and equipment expenses, across more units, making each unit more cost-effective to produce. Understanding these cost dynamics is essential when deciding whether to make a product or service in-house. The make or buy analysis must consider the optimal production volume that aligns with cost efficiency, which is crucial for making informed procurement decisions. In our cost analysis journey, let's now shift our focus to the buying side of the make or buy equation. To facilitate this analysis, a straightforward make-buy analysis chart can be immensely valuable. This chart is designed to help organizations make data-driven decisions based on the volume of the item required. The chart typically outlines the cost implications of making versus buying at various production volumes. It provides a clear visual representation of the cost dynamics and can be a powerful tool for decision-makers. As production volumes vary, the chart allows organizations to quickly identify the most cost-effective option, whether it's in-house production or external procurement. By employing such a chart, organizations can streamline their make or buy analysis, making it easier to pinpoint the optimal procurement strategy based on their specific needs and circumstances. As we continue our exploration of cost analysis within the make or buy decision framework, we encounter a crucial tool, break-even analysis. This analysis helps organizations determine the tipping point at which making becomes more cost-effective than buying, or vice versa. In this specific scenario, let's consider a purchase cost of $100 as a benchmark. The make cost, however, is dependent on the volume required. Through break-even analysis, organizations can establish that if the quantity required exceeds 60 units, it is economically more advantageous to make the product. Conversely, if the required quantity falls below 60 units, it is more cost-effective to buy the product externally. Understanding this break-even point empowers organizations to make informed decisions, ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently, costs are minimized, and procurement strategies are aligned with their specific needs and financial objectives. In the make or buy decision-making process, we move on to step 2, analyzing internal factors. This step involves a meticulous examination of the organization's internal capabilities and resources. Here's what it entails. Ability of the organization to conduct procurement, assessing the organization's proficiency in handling procurement processes is vital. This includes evaluating whether the organization has the necessary expertise and systems in place to manage procurement efficiently. Available resources. It's essential to consider the availability of resources, both financial and human. This includes understanding budget constraints and workforce availability, as these factors can significantly impact the make or buy decision. Capacity of the plant. For manufacturing-based decisions, assessing the plant's capacity is critical. Can the existing infrastructure handle the production volume required within the specified time frame? Schedule. Analyzing the project schedule is imperative. Does the project timeline align with the organization's production capabilities? Will making the product cause delays? Ability of the workforce. Evaluate whether the workforce possesses the necessary skills and knowledge to produce the required product or service. Training requirements may also be a consideration. By conducting a thorough analysis of these internal factors, organizations gain insights into their readiness to undertake in-house production and can make well-informed decisions that align with their capabilities and limitations. As we progress through the make or buy analysis, we arrive at step 3, analyzing external factors. In this phase, organizations evaluate the external landscape, which can significantly influence the decision-making process. Here's a breakdown of what's involved. Ability of the suppliers. Assessing the capabilities and reliability of potential suppliers is paramount. Can they consistently deliver the required quality and quantity on time? Proposed schedule of the suppliers. Understanding the proposed delivery schedule of external suppliers is crucial. Will their timelines align with the project's needs and deadlines? Economic conditions. Consider the broader economic context, including factors like inflation, exchange rates, and market stability. Economic conditions can impact procurement costs and supplier availability. Relationships with available vendors. Existing relationships with vendors can play a significant role. Strong, established relationships may result in better pricing or more favorable terms. Strategy of the competitors. It's important to stay attuned to the strategies of competitors, as they might also be vying for the same resources or suppliers. By thoroughly analyzing these external factors, organizations can gain a comprehensive view of the external environment and make informed make or buy decisions that align with their strategic objectives and market conditions. In the final step of the make or buy analysis, we emphasize the importance of obtaining input from stakeholders. This collaborative approach ensures a well-rounded perspective and informed decision-making. Here's how it's done. Stakeholders' input. Engage with various stakeholders involved in the project, including the project sponsor and departmental personnel from management, finance, procurement, engineering, manufacturing, and marketing. Each of these stakeholders brings unique insights and concerns to the table. Project sponsor. The project sponsor's vision and objectives for the project are pivotal. Their input helps align the procurement decision with the overall project goals. Departmental personnel. Representatives from different departments offer specialized knowledge. Finance can provide insights into budget constraints, while procurement experts can advise on supplier relationships, and engineers can assess technical feasibility. Marketing. Input from marketing is essential if the product or service's external image is a critical consideration. By gathering input from these diverse perspectives, organizations can make a more informed make or buy decision that takes into account all relevant factors, enhances stakeholder buy-in, and ultimately contributes to the success of the procurement strategy. As we delve further into planning procurement, it's crucial to recognize that the process involves the meticulous assembly of several essential documents and decisions. Here's an overview of what's involved. Statement of work. This statement of work, SOW, outlines the project's objectives, requirements, and deliverables in clear and precise terms. It serves as the foundation for the procurement process. Evaluation criteria. Establishing clear evaluation criteria is vital. These criteria define how bids or proposals will be assessed and are crucial for selecting the most suitable supplier or contractor. Instruction to bidders, general clauses, contract templates, etc., a range of documents must be prepared, including instruction to bidders, which guides suppliers on how to respond to the procurement request, general clauses that outline legal and contractual terms, and contract templates that form the basis for the final agreement. Determine selection committee. Forming a selection committee responsible for evaluating bids and proposals is a critical step. This committee should comprise individuals with relevant expertise. Determine contract type. Decide on the type of contract that best suits the project's needs, whether it's a fixed price, cost reimbursable, or time and materials contract. Prepare tender documents/bid documents. The tender documents or bid documents package includes all the necessary information and forms for potential suppliers or contractors to prepare and submit their proposals. These documents and decisions are the backbone of a well-structured procurement process, ensuring clarity, fairness, and legal compliance throughout the procurement journey. In the planning procurement phase, the next critical step is identifying bidders. This involves crucial decisions about who will receive the bid package and how many potential vendors will be included. Here's what's involved. Who will receive the bid package? Determine the specific organizations or individuals to whom the bid package will be sent. This selection should be based on their capability to fulfill the requirements of the procurement, ensuring that only qualified and relevant bidders are considered. How many potential vendors? The number of potential vendors to include depends on factors like the project's complexity, the availability of qualified suppliers, and the organization's procurement strategy. Balancing competition with efficiency is key. Pre-qualification package. In some cases, it may be prudent to issue a pre-qualification package before the formal bid package. This ensures that prospective bidders meet certain predefined criteria, such as financial stability or technical capability, before they are invited to submit a full bid. These decisions have a significant impact on the procurement process's success, as they influence the quality of responses, competitiveness, and ultimately the selection of the most suitable supplier or contractor. Moving forward with planning procurement, the next step is to solicit bids. Key considerations at this stage involve determining who will lead the solicitation process and where it will be posted. Leader. Appoint a leader or coordinator for the solicitation process. This individual or team will be responsible for managing the entire bidding process, including receiving and evaluating bids, addressing bidder inquiries, and ensuring compliance with procurement procedures. Posting location. Determine where the bid solicitation will be posted. This can vary depending on the organization's practices and the scope of the procurement. Common options include posting on the organization's website, using dedicated procurement platforms, or publishing in relevant industry publications. By designating a leader and selecting an appropriate posting location, organizations can streamline the solicitation process and ensure that bid requests reach a broad and relevant audience of potential suppliers or contractors. Certainly, let's delve deeper into the RACI chart and provide a practical example to illustrate its significance. The RACI chart is a powerful tool for clarifying roles and responsibilities within a project or procurement process. Here's what each role in RACI represents. Responsible. These are the individuals or teams responsible for carrying out specific tasks or activities. They are hands-on in completing the work. Accountable. The accountable person is ultimately answerable for the outcome and success of the task or activity. There should be only one assigned to each task to ensure clear accountability. Consulted. See, individuals in the consulted category provide input, expertise, or feedback during the task but are not directly responsible for it. They offer valuable insights. Informed. Stakeholders in the informed category are kept informed about the task's progress but do not actively participate in its execution. Now, let's consider an example within the context of a procurement process for a construction project. Task: selecting a supplier for construction materials. Responsible. The procurement team is responsible for collecting bids, conducting evaluations, and making the final supplier selection. Accountable. The project manager is accountable for the supplier selection process. They ensure that the selected supplier aligns with the project's objectives and requirements. Consulted. See, engineers and quality control specialists are consulted during the supplier selection to assess technical capabilities and quality standards. Informed. The finance department and senior management are informed about the supplier selection progress to stay updated on budgetary and strategic aspects. This RACI chart ensures clarity in roles, so everyone knows their responsibilities, and accountability is established. It promotes efficient communication and decision-making, ultimately contributing to successful project or procurement management. Now, let's dive into the concept of request for information, RFI, in the procurement process. An RFI is a critical tool used primarily to assess qualifications and capabilities rather than prices. It serves as a precursor to more detailed procurement processes like the request for proposal, RFP. Let's explore this with real-life examples from both the construction and IT industries in project management. Construction industry example. When planning a large-scale construction project, the project management team may issue an RFI to various construction firms. The RFI will seek information about the firm's qualifications, experience with similar projects, safety records, and their capacity to handle the project's scope. This helps narrow down the list of potential contractors to those who are best qualified for the job before diving into detailed pricing negotiations. IT industry example. In the IT industry, suppose a company is looking to implement a complex software solution. They might issue an RFI to software vendors to gather information about their technical expertise, the scalability of their products, their track record in delivering similar solutions, and their ability to provide ongoing support. This helps the company identify vendors who have the right qualifications and capabilities to meet their IT needs. By using the RFI process, organizations can make informed decisions about which suppliers or contractors to engage in more detailed discussions, ultimately leading to more successful and well-informed procurement outcomes. In our exploration of procurement processes, we now focus on the request for quotation, RFQ. The RFQ is a key instrument when the primary consideration is price, while still ensuring that specifications are met. It is typically employed for procuring simple items. Here, we consider real-life examples from both construction and IT industries in project management. Construction industry example. Let's say a construction project requires a bulk purchase of standardized building materials like cement, steel, and bricks. The project management team issues an RFQ to multiple suppliers, requesting quotations for the specified materials. The RFQ focuses primarily on price competitiveness while ensuring that the materials meet the project's quality and quantity requirements. IT industry example: in the IT sector, imagine a company needs to acquire a substantial number of computer workstations with specific hardware and software configurations. They issue an RFQ to various IT vendors, emphasizing the importance of competitive pricing for these standardized workstations. The RFQ ensures that the vendors can deliver products meeting the required specifications and quantities while keeping the focus on cost effectiveness. It's important to note that while an RFQ typically involves multiple vendors, a minimum of 3 if possible, in some cases, a bid waiver may be sought if fewer vendors are suitable for the procurement. Conversely, organizations may invite as many vendors as desired, especially in cases where competition can lead to favorable pricing terms. Now, let's explore the request for proposals, RFP, in the procurement process. The RFP is a comprehensive document used when both price and qualifications are essential considerations. Typically, organizations aim to engage with a minimum of 3 to a maximum of 5 qualified suppliers or contractors. Let's illustrate this with real-life examples from both the construction and IT industries in project management. Construction industry example: imagine a municipality is planning to build a new public library. They issue an RFP to construction companies, specifying their requirements, budget constraints, and the need for contractors with a proven track record in constructing public buildings. The RFP allows the municipality to evaluate both the cost proposals and the qualifications of the construction firms to make an informed decision. IT industry example: in the IT sector, a global corporation requires a comprehensive overhaul of its IT infrastructure. They issue an RFP to IT service providers, outlining their technical specifications, security needs, and the expectation of 24/7 support. The RFP enables the corporation to assess the cost estimates and qualifications of the IT vendors to select the best fit for their project. In both cases, the RFP process ensures that organizations receive competitive pricing while also considering the qualifications and capabilities of potential suppliers or contractors. It strikes a balance between cost effectiveness and the ability to meet project objectives.